Okay, anyone can confirm? Are you able to hear me and are you able to see my screen, right?
Yes, screen visible.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
We are able to
thank
see.
you. Yeah, thank you. Right, in yesterday's class that we have seen, right, what is the base test, right? Why we are creating base test? Base test, basically we will create two reusable things, right? Two reusable methods we will create that we will provide to child classes. Instead of creating multiple types, we will create only one class that is parent. So that child classes no need to create again and again. They can get it from parent. We can avoid duplicate code, reusability. Right. This is the inheritance concept. Right. We can tell right where we have used inheritance. Right. Just in base test what we have created by using the TestNG before method after method. In the before method we have created the driver instance, and the after method we have just closed it, and with simply one method we have created to provide driver to the child classes. To provide driver to the child classes. If you want more restricted only for child classes means we can use protected. So that right only child classes only it will be visible to only child classes. Right. Yesterday we have seen this one best. Now that just we have created simple test, right? And then by using get driver, right? Before executing, I think everyone knows test in the concept. What will happen here whenever we will trigger the test case? What it will happen? It will go to base test. It will go to base test. Before method will execute, driver will be created. Then our actual steps will execute. Again, it will go to base test. After method, it will close the driver. Right? Driver will invoke like that. Before executing our test case, go to base test, execute the before method, start the driver, execute our login steps, and then it will close the driver. Right, simple. Right. Now today we will see base page. Right. Right. Base test we will improve more. Right. Going forward we will improve a lot. Right. Then base page. In base page, what we will create is usual. Right. Right. In the base page, what we will create? Same thing. Right. The base page is the parent class, and then we will have a child classes. Right. This is the base page. Right. Here we will have a what we will have suppose the login page. Right. We will have a admin page. Right. We will have a something user page. Okay. Each child page. These are all child classes. These are all child classes. Right. And then base page is a parent class. Right. Every child class must extend the base page to get the functional right reusable methods. What we will write in the base page? Right. Page means what we will have a right. Suppose if you take right. Suppose RNHR. Right. Base mostly this is, looks like a somewhat right real time application. Right. This is the HRM application. Where is that link? Okay, fine. This is right. We no need to create anything. Already by default we have a admin and the admin 123. Right. For login page, we will create a what web page will contain. Basically, it will contain a, some action elements, right? Web elements, right? To enter the text, right? We will have a mostly three four components. That's it, right? What we will have text box to enter the text, right? Button, right? Button to click on it. Button means we have to click on it. Text means we have to enter. Mostly we will do these two actions only, right? Either enter or click, right? Mostly these are the things only, right? And this, nothing we will do, right? Here enter or click, right? Just simple, right? these elements I want to handle, right? These are the things I want to handle in our code to do the text. But in the base page, what we will write? We will write instead of writing, right? I want to enter some text, right? What we will do? Driver dot send this, right? Right, we will enter some text. Right, mostly what we will do if we have a 10 elements, what we will do same way, we will create 10 elements. Right. Instead of creating 10 times driver dot right, send keys everywhere, we will create a one reusable method. Right. In real time, not only send key, we will not use only send keys. Right. We have to add some. Right. Before entering, we have to clear it. Right, we have to take the clear. Sometimes some websites, what will happen? Auto populate some text, free text. Right, we should not allow that. Suppose if it is auto pre-populated, now what will happen if we try to enter text? It will enter after that. It will not, right? It will, whatever we will enter, it will combine with the previous text. So to make sure that, right, it should enter only whatever text we are entering only. To make sure that what we have to do before entering, we have to clear it. Right, clear it. And also we have to add exception handling also we have to add it. Right, suppose if it is failed, right, what is the reason why it is failed? Right, we have to add exception handling. Right, to do simple enter, we have to make sure these all things we have to handle. Exception handling we have to do that. Right, fine. And then we have to wait also we have to write. Right, we have to wait for the element also. Right. To do simple send keys, we require all these things. Right. Suppose now I cannot write right 10 times I want to enter. I cannot write the same piece of code 10 times. Right, a duplicate code. If we write what will happen duplicate code, if any changes are coming, right, you want to change, it will be a very huge time taking process. Maintenance will be very heavy. So while creating itself, take 1 or 2 seconds. See, if it takes suppose 10, write 1 hour, 2 hours, take it. Write down reusable method clearly so that right next time it will save lot of time. Right, it will save lot of time for us. So suppose what I will do, right, we will create. Mm, First we will create a we require one constructor. In constructor, right? Here, important thing is how to pass the driver from test case to page class. Right? How to pass driver is visible to test only. Now we have to pass the driver from test case to page class. Right? For that, we will use a constructor. In the constructor, we will take a argument as a web driver. Right? Web driver. Now what will happen? This driver is visible only within, this is local variable, right? It is visible within the constructor only. I want to visible to all, entire this base page and the child classes also, right? I want to visible, make it as a visible to all the child classes and the remaining methods of base page, right? Then how to do it? We have to create a one instance variable, right? To make it available instance variable, then assign our local variable to instance variable. Right. Then similarly, here what we will do, protected method to get child classes will get by child right child page classes will get by using this method. Right. In the constructor we are getting this driver. How to get we will see that. Right. We are passing one argument and again we are initializing to instance variable. Why we are initializing to instance variable? To visible across base page and also child classes. Right. Then what else we require? Now we required, suppose I want to enter the text. Right. I want to protect, okay, void enter text. Okay, fine. Enter text. If I want to enter the text, what I require? I required a web element. First one is I required a web element, and then I required a text also. What to enter, right? What to enter I required. What is the web element? What to enter? Then what we can do? First thing is we can make it as a right try and catch. Right, try and catch. And then what we will do? First thing is clear it. If anything is already there, clear it. Suppose we want to wait for it. Right, sometimes it will take element will take some time. Right, application is loading slowly. It will take some time. Right. So for that, what we have to do? We have to wait for it. Right. For that, what we will do? We will write a one write a web driver. Okay. Right, web driver wait. Right, this is explicit wait. Right. Then in the constructor, we will initialize. Right, this dot. Okay. Okay. We have to pass the duration of seconds. Right. Now we have a wait. Otherwise, we can make it as a more meaningful name. Explicit wait. Then what we will do before trying to clear it, just, wait for it. Right. This is a right lambda expression. Right. We can use lambda expression. Otherwise, how we will use usually explicit wait. Something spelling. Okay. Explicit wait dot until. Right. We will use basically until and then expected conditions dot element to be visible. Right. Something element or visibility of it. Right. Usually we will write like this, and also we can also write like this also. Right. We will go with normal set. Okay. Wait for it, then clear it. If anything is there, then just element dot send keys our text. Right. Suppose if there is suppose if there is any exception, right? Right. We should not catch and leave it. Right. We should not catch and leave it. Right. We are not doing anything, just printing. Now what will happen here? It will go further. Suppose login button is not visible. Login, right click, right, this login button is not visible. Suppose here error exception is occurred. It is printing this message. It is printing this message and go further. Right, we are not doing in the catch block. We should not do. We should right leave it empty. Right, we must throw the rethrow the exception. Rethrow it. Right. For that, what we will do? We will write our own exception. Right. We will write here our own exception. How to create? Maybe you will have idea. Otherwise, we will see. What exception we will write? A web element exception. Suppose if any element is issues, we will write any name. This is our own exception. Web element exception. But here we have to extend the predefined exception. Right. Runtime exception. Right. Just we have to create the constructor, pass the what message. Right. Message we have to pass it. And we again call the super of it. That means super means what? It will call the parent class constructor. Super means it will call the parent. We are giving, right, we are handling again to runtime exception. Right. It will take care of it then. Right. This is how to create a custom exception, extend with runtime exception. This is the right unchecked exception. If we want checked exception, we need to extend exception. Right. I am not going to teach those. Right. Just I'm extending runtime exception. Right. Then just creating some constructors. Right there. Come here. Now we can throw our web element exception. Right. We can write some meaningful element not intractable or element not visible. Right. Suppose if I want to print this text, we can also write which element is not visible. Right. Which element is not visible. Suppose I will print that also. How to print element of two strings? You can call it. It will print the locator of that. We can easily identify. Okay, this is the issue with this element. Right. Similarly, suppose right. Always we will not. Here we will learn one more polymorphism concept. Method overloading. Polymorphism concept. Method overloading. Method overloading means what? Overriding the not overriding. Overloading. Right. Overloading means what? Same method name, but arguments will be different. Here, what we will do? We will get the bilocator. Sometimes we will have a bilocator instead of web element. Right. For that, we required. Let's put it. For that, what we have to do? First, we have to wait for it visibility of element located. Right. Then we have to pass it. Right. And that it will return web element. See, some people what they will do? They will write like this, and again, right, again, right, they will driver dot find element. Again, they will write like this. No need to write, right? Because see, return type of what it is web element, right? It will return web element direct. We can point that, right? We can directly point it. No need to again find it. Driver dot find element. We don't. It will wait for it. It will return the web element. Okay, fine. Right, simple. Exception handling we are handling, and just this the overloading concept. So quickly we will do for right. I will copy this one click method. Right. Click method web element. Wait for the visibility. Here we will do right. We have one more method specific to clickable. All right, element to be clickable. We can wait for it, and then we don't require. No, we no need to clear and right button. We will not clear. If we use it right, we will get exception. Right. What we have to do, just click. That's it. And then similarly, overload method. Right. Suppose instead of by web element, I have a by element. Right. Then you can do it. Okay. Fine. But I think we here also we can already web element is there. No need to point it again. Right. Here we will use a page factory concept also. Right. That we will see. That we will see later. Alright, just what we have done, we have created one constructor and get the driver and initialize as an instance variable. Just to return one more explicit way, and we have written simple methods to enter the text and then to click the element. Right, that's it. Now come to our actual test case. Okay. Now first step, what we have to do, I want to log into the application. Right. Then in the page class, right? Basically, we should have a page right now. Login page. I required a login page. Right. Login page should extend base page. Right. Base page. Okay. Base page. And we have to create the constructor and the swapper of driver. We have to hand over this driver to base page. Now, in the login page, what we have to do? First thing, we require a elements. Right. We require a, we will use a page factory concept. Right. we will use a page factory concept. How to use it? Public web element. Right, I want a suppose this orange ceremony. We will automate how to inspect these things. Everyone knows, I think. Right, you can right click, inspect, and then click the arrow mark and click on it which element, then it will come. Right, we will take your name is there. Right, we can take it your name. Right, what is that? That is the username. Right, username. We have to write username naming conventions, username text box, right? So that we should know, right, what is that, whether it is a text box or a button, right? Naming conventions we have to follow. Find by, we have a right name, right? At the rate we will use it. Page factory concept means we have to use the find by elements. Right. Similarly, we require for uh, next password. Right. Name here name is just password. Here also password text box. Next, what we require button. We want to click on this button. Alright, button what it has. It don't have any ID name. Nothing is there. We can go with class. Right, there is a class. Just I will cross check whether it is working or not. Okay, it's fine. Class name. Right, class name. Just then we have to write the login button. Okay, fine. So then what we have to write public void. Just I will write a verify login. Okay, one method I will write. Then we'll follow exception. We have to follow. It's better, right? Always we should follow exception handling. Right here, what we have to do, enter the text. See, simple thing. We don't need to create anything. Already we have a reusable method in the base page. What is that? Enter text. Okay, I want to enter some text. Right? What is it? Okay. We will see dynamically how to pass. We will see later. Just right. Enter text password. Then click on the button. Right. For click, see, we have done one mistake. For click, we don't require any text. Right? Just a element is fine. For click, we don't require anything. Right. What is the advantage of it? See, if we create a reusable method simply, right, we can write like this quickly. Then we have to throw the exception. Here also what I will do, I will create one more. What we can do, we can existing thing, copy, control C, control V. Right, just change the name of it. Something I will fail, verification failed, exception, something. Right, throw new verification failed, login failed. What is that? Okay, let class name is verification failed. Okay, fine, fine. Okay, then, okay, fine. Then. Now come to right here. What we have to do in the test class, we have to create the page class object. Right, object creation. How to create a class name login page? We can give the variable name equal to a new login page. Import it. How to import? Just mouse over. It will come it. Import it. Right, we have to pass the driver. Right, in the base state we have a method get driver. Pass in the constructor. See, login page we in constructor we are getting that. We are passing by using so far and then passing to base class. Right, we have to pass like this from the child to page classes to text. Right, sorry, text classes to parent. base page. Right, how to pass in the test case, create the login page, right? Then get driver. In the base test, we have a get driver, call it in the constructor. From child class constructor to pass it to parent class constructor, initialize it. Right. Here, one more thing we have to do it. Right, for page factory, if you want to initialize any element, we require a page factory dot init elements. Without this, what will happen? The web elements will not, these web elements will not initialize. If you want to initialize these elements, right, we no need to write in each constructor, child class constructor, we no need to write each child class. Right, directly the parent class constructor, only one place we can write it. No need to write in every child class. Page factory dot init elements. What it will do, it will initialize the elements. Right, then after creating it, what we have to do, just launch the URL and then call the verify login. We have to launch this URL. Right, and then in the login, just we will enter. Now come to TestNG file. Right, yesterday we have created one TestNG. Just keep it as one. Right, Chrome. We Chrome browser. Now, how the flow will go? First, it will go to what is the class name we have given? Right, login. Right, login test. Then immediately it will not execute this. Right, it will go to parent. First, it will go to parent. Then before method will execute. Right, driver will create. Driver will create. Then we are taking the driver and passing to login page. Child class login page. From child to again it will call super by using super it will call to parent. And here we are taking that in the constructor of base page and initializing as a instance variable so that it will be visible to all the we have created one method to visible to all the child classes. Correct flow will go from testng file to test case to base test. Then base test to after base test is driver is created, then go to base page. Initialize the here it will initialize the right elements. And then come to our method. It will come to our method. It will execute test actual test case steps. Right. It got passed. Right. That is the flow. It will go right basically. Now on top of it, right. What else we can do? Uh, Here we can write space. We can write a multiple methods. Right. I just added only for enter the text and click on it. Right. We can write a handling checkboxes. We can use this click also, normal click also. Right. For radio button. But checkboxes it will not work. Checkboxes we have to write that right checkbox we have to write separately. Right. Who are interested? Right. I will commit this to Git. Right. In the first class, I told you, right? Git. Right. Just I will commit this. How to commit? Just let me show you. I think everyone Git setup is in first class. Right. Who are not seen that, please go and watch it. How to download and how to create the project. Right. Now, first what we will do, anytime, whether you are in a project or not, first step is set the status of it. Right. Then pull the latest code. We have to always, before committing, we have to get the latest code from the right, latest code from the branch. Right, it is already uploaded. By mistakenly, if you suppose the same project, multiple people are working, right, multiple people. What will happen if somebody committed? You are without pulling, if you commit, what will happen? Conflicts will come. If conflicts are coming, means very difficult. Right. It's then again we will get more issues. Right now, we no need to commit the class path, right? Projects, settings, test output. These are all we don't require. So to avoid this, what we can do, right? There is a git ignore file. Yes, okay, I will go. There is a dot ignore, right? We can ignore which files we don't require, right? Which files we don't require, right? Let me copy. Right, I don't want target. I don't want ignore this one. I don't want class path. We no need to commit this. These are all Eclipse generated. Right, dot settings. We don't require SRC we want. Right, text output we don't. So, okay, now come to it again. Git status. If you see, it is ignoring. It is not showing remaining files. Right, so that we can make sure that it should not go in the commit. By some people by default they will commit it. It will commit to Git. Right, we will get some escalation why you are committed. These are all not unnecessary files. Only we require SRC form file. That's it. First time we will commit Git. Right. Once it is done, what is the next step we have to do? We have to do git add. If I keep dot means add all, I am telling add all the files. If you want specific file, we can mention specific file. Now if you see git status, right, it is changed to some green color. That means it is in a staging area now. Correct. It is in a staged area. If you want to get back, stage it to again back to our workspace, we can use this command. Now I want to commit it. Right, git commit hyphen em. What is the change? Right, what is the commit message? Right, something I will keep it as a initial for commit. Right, commit. Right, it is committed. Still in local only. Right, after committing also still in local only. Right, now we have to what git status we have to push. Right, now we have to commit to our public repository. Right, GitHub. We have to commit to GitHub. Right, just we simply git push. Right, it is committed to our GitHub account. Right now, if you see Git status, nothing is there. Right, your branch is up to date. Suppose if you want to see the log, Git log, we can see the log of it, who committed this. Right. Suppose if, right, you can create the GitHub account. Provide me the your Git right ID. I will give you access to it. If you want to work it, right? If you want to work it, please write what you will do. Create a branch of it on your name. You can how to create it, right? Just to go here, right? Open the URL of Git, right? Right now it came like this, right? If you want to create a simple thing branch, right? Just click on this drop down, right? Give the some name. That's it. Suppose I have given Venkat. Create branch. That's it. Click on it, Venkat, right? It will create the branch. You can clone, right? Take this clone, right? Take this, clone it. But while cloning, right, you have to make sure that one more thing you have to make sure git clone, right? Git clone. You can use command prompt or tortoise git or whatever your favorite ID. Here we have to mention the branch, right? I have created one. Otherwise, it will take a main branch, right? You must click the branch, give the branch name, then click on OK. Right? You can just give me your ID. I will provide access to it. You can create the branch and then right. You can work on it. You can commit it code. No issues. Right then. Right. If you want to verify Git branch, right? Which branch you are, right? It will tell you. Right. You are on main branch or your branch or not. Right. That's it. Okay. That's fine. Right. Now. Okay. Flow everyone. Any questions, right? You can ask. Right. After this, right, we will go somewhat deep. That if you don't understand basic thing, you will confuse about. If anyone has any doubts, anything, it might be related or not related, just you can ask. If I know, I will clarify. Okay, fine then. No one has no doubts. That means nothing understand or everything understand. That's fine. You can write if you have any doubts anytime you can ask. Right, you have to understand that just I'm taking a lot of time and spending on this. That is just you should make understand everyone. That is my motive.
Venkat, hello.
Yes, please.
How we can run through Maven project?
Right, we will see that.
Okay.
Not at started that. Right, not at started. We will see that also. This is right. Only currently we are running from TestNG. Right, in the next classes, right? Coming classes, we will see that. Right,
Okay, thank
good question. Right, any dot. So far, whatever we have done, we have created one base test. Right, base test we have created before method driver, after method quit. That means what will happen here for each test case. Ready? Test case means what? This is one test case. Suppose if we have 100 test cases, 100 times browser will open and close because we are creating driver instance in the before method. Right. Now, right. Okay, fine that. Now we will see one more thing. We are hard coded here values. Right. In real time, we will not hard code these things. Right. Then how? Right, from where we need to get it, this username, right, these passwords, right. In passwords also we will do encryption, right, encryption decryption techniques, right. Those things we will see later. First thing is we should not hard code it. Then how to get it, right, we will use the concept called property files, right, that we will keep it under src test resources. I will keep it as one folder concept, right. Here we will use a property file concept. Right. What I will do, any name, we can use some meaningful name, application dot extension should be properties. Extension should be dot properties. Now, here we have to give in the property file, right, how to create, right click, you can create one folder, right click, new, sorry, right click, new folder. Then inside a folder, you can give any name, and then on the folder name, you can right click, and then file, and you have to give file name dot properties. That is important. Extension will be dot properties. Then here it will have a key value page. Key equal to value. Right. Key equal to value. Like this, we have to write it. Just a simple key and value page. Right. Now, first one, what we required? I required a application URL. Right. One is application URL equal to what is the URL we are this one, URL. And then I required application username, right? Admin. Then application password, application username, and then application password. Now we have created it, but how to pass these variables, right? How to pass these variables to the actual our text case, right? How to read it, right? We will see here, right? Collection framework we will use, and then we will see singleton design pattern also. Data collection framework properties class we will use, and then how to load this property file. We will see. We will see tomorrow class. Right. Everyone must. This is the base setup. Right. You must set. If you want to practice, you must set up this one. Right. Otherwise, going forward, it will become right. On top of it, we will add a lot of things. It will become very heavy. Right. So This is a basic project. Right? Please understand what we have done. Right? Here, everyone knows it's simple thing only, but only here important thing is how to pass the driver from test case to base page. Right? By using constructor we are passing. By using constructor we are passing. And so far we have seen oops concept where we have used oops concepts. One is the inheritance, right? Single level inheritance. We have used base test and child classes that we can explain this thing. And one more thing, what in the base page we have overloading, polymorphism, overloading concept, right? We have written overloading concept. Overloading means what? Method name will be same, but arguments will be different. Arguments will be different. That this is the one more concept we have learned. But anyway, class, object, those are all simple thing only. What is a class? What is an object? Important thing is in interview, definitely we will get. They will not right. Interview, they will not ask what is the polymorphism, what is inheritance, where you have used, right? How you applied in your project, right? Then we have to tell. We have created base test. There we have created a driver creation and then reusable methods. So every child class we are getting these things. Similarly, page class we have created one base page. There we have a reusable method, and every child class will extend this base page, and child classes will get these reusable methods and overloading concept also. Right? Then we will see tomorrow properties very very important thing. Right? Properties we will see, and then if type conveys remaining we'll see what to do. Right? Thanks for everyone. Right, just to take right 10 seconds. Just I will upload to right. I will pin the YouTube link URL after uploading. Just please like and comment it. Right, that is only I am expecting from. Okay. Anyone has any questions?